Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alicia, and I am obsessed with all things travel. But this month, we're doing something a little different. As the leaves start to turn and there's a certain chill in the air, my travel bug gets a spooky little itch. So I thought, why not combine my two greatest loves, adventure and Halloween? It's time to trade in our sun hats for witch hats, and our beach towels for ghostly shrouds, because we are embarking on the ultimate Halloween-themed travel adventure. Over the years, I've been slowly and somewhat obsessively curating what I like to call my spooky travel bucket list. This isn't just about finding places with a haunted house or two. Oh no, this is about diving headfirst into the history, the folklore, and the spine-chilling atmospheres that make these destinations the absolute pinnacle of Halloween travel. We're talking about places where the veil between worlds feels just a little bit thinner, where every cobblestone street and ancient castle has a story to tell. So, grab your pumpkin spice whatever, get cozy, and join me as we journey through the most haunted, most festive, and most downright eerie hotspots on the planet. This is my ultimate list, but I'm dying, pun absolutely intended, to know what's on yours. Before we even get started, drop a comment down below and tell me, what is your absolute dream Halloween destination? Let's get spooky together. Alright, let's kick this off with an absolute classic. The undisputed heavyweight champion of Halloween towns, Salem, Massachusetts. You simply cannot have a spooky travel list without paying homage to the Witch City. For me, Salem isn't just a destination, it's a pilgrimage. The history here is so palpable you feel like you've stepped back in time the moment you arrive. It's a place that turned its dark, tragic past into a month-long celebration. The energy in Salem during October is electric. The whole town becomes the main character in a Halloween movie. Wander historic cemeteries, close-ups of weathered headstones, each one whispering a story. The main draw is the Salem witch trials of 1692. The memorial is somber and moving. Dive deeper at the Peabody Essex Museum or the Salem Witch Museum. It's a jarring blend of solemn history and campy fun. One minute you're reflecting on mass hysteria, the next you're watching a hocus-pocus reenactment. Haunted spots, Joshua Ward House, now a hotel. Haunted by Giles Corey, Hawthorne Hotel, phantom parties and unexplained phenomena. Countless ghost tours, theatrical guides, narrow gaslit alleys that feel 3 centuries old. Salem in October is a full-body experience. The smell of fallen leaves and apple cider, the sound of cackling witches and ghost tour bells, the sight of 1,000 jack-o'-lanterns at night. It sets the bar insanely high. It immerses you in Halloween, dark history and joyful celebration. It's number 1 on my list for a reason. From the New World's witches, we journey to the Old World's most iconic monster. Our next stop takes us deep into the heart of Romania, to the misty, mountainous region of Transylvania. Gothic castles on jagged cliffs, bats against a full moon, and the shadow of Count Dracula. The connection to Bram Stoker's Dracula is the main draw. While fictional, Stoker was inspired by Vlad III, also known as Vlad the Impaler, who was born in this region. Visit Sigasawara, a UNESCO site, where Vlad's birthplace still stands. Walking the cobblestone streets at dusk feels like stepping into a vampire movie set. The landscape is a character. Dense, dark forests, rolling fog-shrouded hills, fortified churches like miniature castles, mountain roads where you half expect a black horse carriage. Folklore here feels like warnings. Strigoi still whispered in villages. Brasov's Black Church, valley mists, easy routes to landmarks, including the so-called Dracula's Castle. It's less jump scares, more deep creeping dread and wonder. Transylvania doesn't just host a Halloween party, it is Halloween. Okay, let's head back to the States for a tale that has terrified American schoolchildren for generations. Our next destination is a small village nestled along the Hudson River, Sleepy Hollow, New York. It's the living, breathing setting of Washington Irving's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. They lean into it in spectacular fashion. Visiting in the fall is like stepping into the book. The atmosphere is drowsy and dreamlike, gnarled branches, rolling hills, colonial architecture, leaving the modern world behind. You can almost hear hooves and imagine Ichabod Crane, flaming pumpkin flying. The heart of the experience is the Headless Horseman, and town celebrations center on this specter. Visit the Old Dutch Church. Visit Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. Walking the cemetery at dusk among ancient, tilting headstones is unforgettable. You can find Washington Irving's grave. Events like the Great Jack-o'-lantern blaze, 7,000 glowing pumpkins, a planetarium, a sea serpent, a working carousel. Pure Halloween magic. Haunted hayrides through the woods ending with a horseman chase. Sleepy Hollow is devoted to its one iconic legend, a celebration of American folklore and literary history. It's charming, genuinely spooky, and intimate. Let's hop across the pond to a city so steeped in dark history. Welcome to Edinburgh, Scotland. This city is a Gothic masterpiece, shadowy closes and towering, soot-stained tenements. The entire city feels like a haunted house, especially the Old Town. The Royal Mile connects Edinburgh Castle to Holyrood House, and every building seems to have a gruesome tale: murder, plague, betrayal. You can't walk 10 feet without a story. You find yourself looking over your shoulder, gas lamps casting long, dancing shadows. Beneath South Bridge, the abandoned underground vaults house the city's poorest, and legend says bodies stolen by Burke and Hare for medical schools. Tours are damp, dark, oppressive, touches, whispers, dread. It's absolutely chilling. Greyfriars Kirkyard, beautiful by day, terrifying by night, home to the Mackenzie poltergeist and the Black Mausoleum. Reports of pushes, scratches, burns, so intense the area is locked, guided access only. Edinburgh's ghost tours are legendary, historical deep dives led by incredible storytellers, from Deacon Brodie inspiring Jekyll and Hyde to the lone piper who vanished. The stories are endless. Edinburgh fully embraces its ghosts, spooky, educational, and terrifying in equal measure. For our next stop, we're heading down to the bayou, to a city that oozes atmosphere from every pore, a place where music, magic, and mystery hang heavy in the humid air. I'm talking, of course, about New Orleans, Louisiana. NOLA's brand of spooky is unique, an intoxicating cocktail of voodoo folklore, Gothic vampire legends, lavish haunted mansions, and a party spirit second only to Mardi Gras. You can't talk haunted New Orleans without the LaLaurie Mansion, infamous for horrific torture and murder in the 1830s. You can't go inside. The stories outside chill the blood. Voodoo is integral to New Orleans' identity, complex and syncretic, not the movie villain. Visit Marie Laveau's tomb in St. Louis Cemetery. Number 1, a city of the dead of above-ground tombs. Leave offerings, and take a guided tour. Thanks to Anne Rice, vampires are inextricable here. Tours blend fiction with real bloody history, adding a layer of Gothic romance as you wander the Garden District at twilight, imagining Lestat at the window. Halloween is a massive street party. The crew of Boo Parade, spooky floats, costumed marchers, Halloween throws raining down on Frenchman Street and the French Quarter. The entire city dresses up. The energy is wild and celebratory. It's perfect for scares served with jazz music and a strong drink. New Orleans doesn't just whisper its ghost stories. It shouts them from the rooftops in a joyous, chaotic celebration. Now for something completely different. Our next destination shifts from the spooky and scary to the spiritual and celebratory. Oaxaca, Mexico, for Dia de los Muertos. This isn't Halloween. It's profound. It's beautiful. It's vibrant. It honors deceased loved ones. While it coincides with Halloween, its tone is remembrance and joy, not fear. Rooted in indigenous belief. On November 1st and 2nd, the border dissolves. Souls awaken and return to feast, drink, and dance, listening to music with their loved ones. The living prepare and welcome them. The centerpiece is the ofrenda in homes and public spaces, marigolds, the cempasúchil. Their color and scent guide spirits home, favorite foods, drinks, photos, candles, sugar skulls, personal tributes across the city. Cemeteries are the heart. Families clean and decorate graves. Flowers, candles, offerings, spending the night sharing food, playing music, telling stories. The Pantheon General glows with thousands of candles, anything but somber. Streets erupt with comparsas, ornate costumes, calavera makeup, sugar skull markets, Panda Muerto vendors, public art. An immersive sensory experience reminding us remembrance can be joyous. It connects you to a deep, universal love for family. Let's return to the fog-shrouded streets of a historic European capital. a city with a dark underbelly that has captivated the morbidly curious for centuries. Our next stop is London, England. While modern, its stones whisper tales of plague, fire, political intrigue, and the unsolved murders of Jack the Ripper in 1888. The killer was never caught. A quintessential spooky experience is a Ripper tour through narrow, gaslit alleys. Beyond Whitechapel, the tower is one of the most haunted buildings. Fortress, palace, prison. Ghosts of famous figures, including Anne Boleyn, sometimes seen carrying her own head. You feel the weight of tragedy in the bloody tower and at Trader's Gate. Haunted pubs abound, the 10 Bells, the Viaduct Tavern with its haunted cellar, reports of pushes and slamming doors. From phantom cries in Covent Garden Station to a woman in black at Theatre Royal, London is a city of 1,000 ghosts. Explore Highgate Cemetery, overgrown Victorian splendor, home of the Highgate vampire, they say. London's spookiness isn't just Halloween, it's a lingering presence walking beside you on ancient streets. We're taking a quick detour back to Romania, because you can't talk about Transylvania without spotlighting the face of the Dracula legend, Bran Castle. Iconic, imposing, towers and turrets against the Carpathians, the very definition of Gothic horror. Historically, Vlad the Impaler's connection is thin. Stoker never visited Romania. But none of that matters. The image is everything. Inside, narrow secret staircases, passages, Queen Marie's cozy rooms, exhibits on Strigoi and the Dracula legend. Even a torture instruments gallery. At the base, Dracula-themed market from cheesy fangs to wood carvings. Best time? Their Halloween party, spooky projections, and a massive costume bash into the night. Bucket list stuff. Bran Castle proves the power of a good story, the living symbol of our most beloved monster. Our next journey, Prague, city of 100 spires, Gothic towers, Baroque domes, medieval streets. Charles Bridge at dawn with mist from the Vltava, legends of heads on the tower. Alchemy astronomers, magicians of Rudolph II. Golden Lane, the Golem of Prague. Headless Templar Knights, the astronomical clock and St. Vitus's skeletal spires. A city for wanderers in dark romance. For our final destination, Savannah, Georgia, Spanish moss, southern charm, and ghosts. Squares built over old graves, yellow fever past, haunted inns like the Marshall House and Kehoe House, Bonaventure Cemetery's melancholic beauty, ghost tours on foot or in a hearse. In the humid air and mossy shadows, the past is still present. And that's a wrap on my ultimate spooky travel bucket list.